Hi guys, a quick mod talk before I continue on my merry way. Now this is an important one actually. I've uninstalled locational damage. And it's not actually because I died at the end of the last episode, because I quite like that. I quite like the tension it added. I quite like the fact that the mod makes the game a lot tougher to, it makes fights more intense. You have to really pay attention. And I'm going to miss that. However, I have found out that a lot of the strange happening in the last 2 to 3 episodes has been caused by that mod. The scripts seem to be getting more and more delayed, so instead of it, I hit them in the head and then they die, sometimes they'll die several seconds later, hence my confusion sometimes as to why things have suddenly died. It's like, the script's just hanging around for 3 or 4 seconds and then fires and something just falls over dead. So I've uninstalled it, partly because those type of things were immersion breaking, and partly because it's probably a sign that the mod is it's getting a little worn out on my save. So I thought, you know what, let's remove it. I followed the instructions perfectly. I've used Save Game Cleaner to remove some orphaned scripts and so on, and we'll see how it goes. It is going to make fights a little easier, I'm afraid. No more avoiding archers, no more panic when they get archers. I can pretty much focus on the main damage dealers and go for archers, well, without worrying too much. I don't have to seek cover and so on. There were some odd people who thought locational damage makes the game easier for you. You should try playing with it. It doesn't make it easier at all. It makes certain situations easy. If you get 2 enemies from a distance and they don't have missiles and they just run at you with melee weapons, yeah, because you just headshot them, which is perfectly reasonable, I might add. Is that a little easier? It might be, but those fights were never tough anyway, when you've got unrelenting force and that type of thing. But the big fights are going to be easier, because you have big fights where you have 3 or 4 melee characters and then 2 or 3 archers on the outside, and the archers were your big problem. It made fights ridiculously tough and a lot of fun. That's the only reason I'm getting rid of it now is I'm a tiny bit worried about the save deteriorating too much, so I thought I would take the preemptive precaution of removing it. So there you go.